Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Owens. Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Unicorn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. All right, Vahid Farzaneh is our guest today.
That is correct, Vahid Farzaneh. Sometimes I tell people, like, how do you pronounce it? But you do a great job. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I've heard it so many different ways. So
yeah, what's the worst way you've heard it?
I think Rahid, because there's no R in it. I'm like, how do you get an R out of the V?
Your first name?
Out of my first name, Rahid.
Okay.
But it's totally fine. I'll respond to anything as long as it sounds
I met
close.
You a long time ago, and I've always enjoyed saying your name.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Some people say they really like the name. They're like, Vahid, it's so unique.
Vahid,
It's pretty. It sounds great. I'm like,
yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I like it. And now that I know how to say Farzaneh,
a lot of people struggle with that one.
I'm gonna say both all the time.
Vahid Farzaneh. I'm in trouble because my parents go, Vahid Farzaneh. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, you're gonna think I'm your dad.
I'm a dad. No.
All right, so I am very surprised that we're here. We've known each other for a long time. And then I do know your biggest secret, probably that no one else does. I can never pass up a good Sasquatch joke. I'm pretty sure that you have baby Sasquatches because every time I see your children on social media,
their eyes are covered.
Are they your kids really? Sasquatches?
Are they my kids?
Are they?
A stock photo and I have a picture. No, they're my kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna become friends now.
I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. Yeah. I'm gonna add him to close friends list so you can actually see how they look like.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Sasquatch joke done.
There we go. Perfect. Love it.
All right. I hear that you like motorsports.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love cars ever since I was a teenager, or even younger than that.
Okay.
I think I got into it because my older brother was into it, and he's about 8.5 years older than me. And I remember when we were kids, we were building Lego cars, and I just thought cars were the coolest thing.
Before the internet, all you had were Legos.
Oh yeah, all I had was Legos, and that's how I hung out with my older brother. I always looked up to him, and I don't know. When I became a teenager, I just loved the look of cars, everything. But to me,
was it lifestyle kind of too, or not? Was it like, it's like a
sure. Yeah. Fast and Furious.
Yeah. You underground racing. My question.
No, sorry.
You're reading my mind.
The seed.
How are you doing this?
How am I doing this? I can read people's mind. That's my special power. But yeah, no, I've always loved cars and the adrenaline rush of going like the acceleration on a car. Like I've always enjoyed that.
So you like to drive fast?
On the drag strip, I'll say that. So
you're responsible.
I'm responsible.
But you've been irresponsible before, I'm sure.
When I was younger, sure.
Yeah.
I'm old now. We don't do that.
You like older, like muscle cars or drag like funny cars? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So when I grew up, I was really into the Japanese cars in the 90s, like the Supras, the 300ZXs, the Mitsubishi VR4s, RX-7s, GTRs, and throughout the years, I've gotten into different types of cars, and it was the Super WRXs and Golf Rs, little compact hatches, and now I'm just really liking the new C8 Corvettes with the rear engine, big V8, new Mustangs. I'm like, man, I want a V8. I haven't never had a V8. Right now, my current car, which is a Tesla Model S, is like my first American-made car, but it's electric. It's very different than everything I've ever had, and that thing is, I will give you a ride, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
I cannot wait.
Yes. Yeah. So quick. I just like the cars. Awesome. Motorsports is fun.
So do you still own your 2012 Honda Civic?
So 2012 Honda Civic. It's like not what you think of as a weekend car, but
because you have a family of 4.
Because I have a family of family of 4. Yeah. And this is a 2-door. It's not really a family car.
It's to put Sasquatches in there.
Exactly. Sorry. I saw this thing, and it's a big tuner car. It's got like a turbo kit. This thing has a stock motor with 500 horsepower. It is just a wild thing to drive. It just feels different. It's just fun, and it's a little like slightly scary because the torque steer on that is front wheel drive. That is exciting because the Tesla is just so stable. It's front wheel drive. This Tesla's so like electronic and stable, and it's just something different. I always like to try
Tesla. You can't even hear it.
No, I can't. Yeah, there's a little bit like a high pitch electric hum,
especially in reverse. Yeah, I heard one of them in my neighborhood. I was like, why is that? I thought someone was coming down the road on a big electric scooter. I was like, this is hauling whoever's, but it was a Tesla. Yeah. Backing up. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
All right. So Honda Civic, still drive it?
Still drive it.
You race it?
I want
it's 500 horsepower.
Yeah, it gets no traction. This car would not win in a lot because there's a lot of quick cars out there. Yeah. Now my Tesla's I take that to a track. I take it there with a helmet. We race. One night I did 20 passes there. It's fun.
20?
20 passes.
That's a long night.
It is a long night.
And when you go to sleep, you dream about racing?
Yes.
Probably.
Exactly. It's actually hard to go to sleep after doing that. I'll tell you that. Like, because you're still you're so activated from the adrenaline rush of going down the track. It's it takes a while to bring it all down. Yeah.
Vahid, what?
What?
Are you hungry? No. Have you ate all day? Why? Because I've been driving. Racing.
Yes.
All right. That's cool. Ever like motorcycles, ATVs, any of that?
I'm actually terrified of motorcycles.
Okay.
My brother gave me a ride in his Honda CBRR 1000 once when I was really young. And that thing was so scary fast.
Yeah.
And with a bike, you're holding on to somebody.
Yeah, you're everyone else.
I just feel very vulnerable. Whereas in a car, I'm strapped in. And I feel like I got a cage around me with airbags.
And you're okay flying too, right? With someone else flying this big jet.
Exactly. Big jet. Somebody else is there. I don't really care, right?
Yeah. All right. So do you ever watch the show Street Outlaws? That's a local 405, produced kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Rare.
I've watched that too. We need to feed the cat. All right. So what's your least favorite movie?
That's a tough one. Let's see. I might pass on that one because I can't think of a least favorite movie, but
I have
your
least favorite movie.
What is it?
And I think it's probably going to be your favorite movie.
Oh my gosh.
And you did say pass like you're in a vehicle just now. What is yours? You go.
My least favorite?
No, your favorite.
My favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
I really like several movies. Can I have a few? That's my favorite.
One.
The Matrix.
The Matrix?
The Matrix.
Oh, man, that's why I wanted the Infinite White little backdrop a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah. Neo.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do that.
Fan.
Always used to call that.
I used to be obsessed with that movie, and I saw the fourth one. I like it too.
What's your second favorite movie?
Then I would say Inception. There's a third. I'll get you
Inception?
Inception.
Not Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious is third.
What?
Third. Yeah. Is that okay?
I thought it was going to be number one. Okay.
I love the Fast and Furious
because
movies.
you live it. You don't need it.
I live it. I don't. Yeah. That is spot on. I live that lifestyle.
Yeah, he lives Fast
and that lifestyle. Yeah, but I don't live the Matrix lifestyle, man.
Nice.
I'm not there yet.
Those guys. I've never seen those guys in Fast and Furious eat either.
Tokyo Drift. That's like the third one. You have to watch that one too.
There's like 12 of them or something.
Yeah, about to have I think 11 actually.
Next time one comes out, you and my wife can go watch Fast and the Furious.
You can join us too.
I will not. No, I'm not going.
It's so
she
good.
goes with her girlfriends and stuff that like to. I think they just like Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, really?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Who doesn't like that guy?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. All right. How many movies have you made?
Man, I lost track, but I want to say around 12 movies.
All right.
I think. Sorry, I need to have a better account for those. It's been.
Yeah.
I should know.
When did you start making movies?
Man,
before 2007?
As a student, I was making some films, so I made short films, if that counts.
Yeah.
When I say 12, I'm not counting the
PG.
student films. Definitely. PG-13, maybe R for violence for some of the action films.
Okay.
But that's where we keep it. That's the range, right?
Did you ever do any, I have to ask, did you do any fast-paced like racing? Any of them?
I've never done a racing.
You could have done it. You had all the parts.
I had all the parts.
Right? You had all the parts. You had the car.
You know what I want to do?
Except for like the steady rig or something.
I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to launch a YouTube channel where I'm just talking about cars, meeting people with their cars, and just talking about it, making car videos. I do want to do that one day.
Okay.
So you're here to hear it first.
Okay. That's awesome.
The thoughts in my head.
Okay.
Out in the open now.
Yeah.
So it's in the world now. I have to make it happen.
Well, this is not, that's where it all starts, right?
Yeah. Starts right here.
Yeah. And saying it out loud. Yeah.
Exactly. Saying it out loud.
If you just keep it in here and you do nothing with it, you do nothing with it.
Say something, do something. Now people hold you accountable. Where is your videos?
I will be asking you tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
On the weekend.
Video.
On the weekend. Man, this is such a car-oriented episode. I hope the audience...
I can shift gears for you.
All right. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Doing a burnout is fun though.
Yes.
That's the coolest.
Gosh.
I think that's the coolest part of the race.
Burnout, drifting. I took a drift class actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I didn't know you had to ride your brake and gas to drift. I was just ready to.
Sometimes you can clutch dump it too. That's what I do.
Yeah.
If it's a manual only.
I would like to. Well, can I do that in your Tesla?
You can do whatever you want in my Tesla.
Well, all right. So since you're talking about Tesla, we're gonna switch gears to.
Unfortunately, I wasn't have a gearbox.
Switch gears
to.
Yeah. Let's talk about gas.
Yes.
So some stuff about gas that I think our audience would like to know.
Are you talking about E85?
E85, E100.
One of the fun facts. They make E105. I think is the highest.
Okay.
They make E85. So I used to tune cars in my last at a WRX 2010 WRX, and it was running on E85. And E85, the octane rating is much higher. It's like 102 or 100 something.
Yeah.
Octane rating, and allows my turbo boost power car to make more power. So that little 4-cylinder 2.5 liter 2010 stock motor with the stock turbo dynoed at 350 at the wheels.
Likes
so
ethanol.
400.
Likes ethanol.
Likes ethanol. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really
so
detailed.
Regular gas.
Yeah.
Regular gas doesn't do as well, even though it's more. It's not more combustible.
No, it's not.
Okay. There you go. Take that. Go do some more research or leave a comment, please.
Yes.
Let him know everything you know about gas.
In there. There's always someone's like, no, actually, here's the fact.
Yeah. Well, tell him about everything about it.
Everything about it. I love it.
Tell him how to charge his Tesla battery.
Charge it on E85 somehow. E85 powered electric generator.
Well, so we got a production van. I wanted to know, what is it? 85 with 10% ethanol.
Yeah.
So when should you buy regular gas, and when should you buy 10% ethanol gas if you're going to burn regular gas?
Yeah.
I know the answer because I believe the internet. And so if the price difference between the two is 11 cents, you should just buy regular gas.
That's right.
So
85 burns more fuel.
He knew that.
I just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, he's just born with it.
I was born with it. I was born with the knowledge of motorsports and gas.
He knew Tesla was actually going to be made before it was made.
Exactly.
All right. So we don't even know what Vahid does. We don't even.
Yeah, we don't even know.
We know his full name. Well, let's find out. Why are you a unicorn?
Great question. I feel like surrounding myself with very knowledgeable people who are good people, determined, driven, and they know they cover my weaknesses where they know their area of expertise is an area where maybe it's my weakness, and then my drive. So that combination of being around great people. I drive. You're funny. You're just smiling there at the drive. I cannot leave the car, the gas, the motorsports.
Yeah.
But being driven, I can't even say it with a straight face. Just being driven and not.
So someone's driving you.
Someone's driving me now with other people. I'm in the passenger seat now. This is too funny.
Yeah.
But just never giving up and just being determined and taking bold risks, but calculated, smart risks, and being around a great people, I think has really helped me, be successful. And I'm always trying to learn from other people, whether it's people I know in the community, business coach.
Where would you be without a business coach?
I probably wouldn't be doing well.
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be doing well without a business coach, I think, because that was a big turning point for me.
I'm gonna say, same here. I'm also gonna say, Vahid is our very first Persian to be on the show.
Persian.
So, yes. I mean, Persian families.
Yes.
They're tight, right?
Yes, they are.
They're tight. I've seen a lot of reality TV Persian families. So
they party hard, I guess. But they have big families. They're close. Yeah.
Yeah, but super knowledgeable, and it sounds like I would think your family life also really is engaging and trying to level up each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I
think that's why I bring that up.
True,
I'm making a joke, but seriously,
Persians help each other out, especially family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
But you said you wouldn't be here without your business coach, you don't think?
I don't think I'd be able to be at this. That was a big turning point for me. I can talk more about it. I can package that a little bit. There was a book I read called E-Myths. I don't know if you're familiar with E-Myths.
Yeah, I just told someone about it the other day.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay. So I read that book. My dad actually suggested for me to read it, and I read it, and it has to do with either you start a business to maybe be whatever that passion is. For me, it was video. But then how do I think of this as a business?
All about pies.
This is all about pies. Sarah starts a bakery. She wants to be a pie maker, but then she realized she has to actually run a business instead of actually be a pie maker. So does she want to do that or not, and how she scales? But read that book, made me think, okay, I need to really think of this as a business and not be that position that I was in, which is doing a lot of video editing and shooting. And then I met my business coach. I want to say through my uncle, was a home builder as well. And then with that, he really helped me think about the business and work on the business rather than being in the business. And I think that mindset shift and the accountability, not that I'm driven, but to stay on course a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is how you get there. I might deviate, or I get busy with the urgent but maybe not so important stuff, and really recategorizing things under urgent and important and getting on track. Like that's
sounds like you made a list. This is urgent.
Exactly.
Nope, don't do it. Yeah. I mean, it all starts with
prioritizing and making sure like what's helping you get to that goal. And I think that combination of things really kind of helped me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. So it's officially time for a message from our episode sponsor. All right. So rewind it if you want to see that again.
That's funny.
So Vahid, 3 things, 3 places you work currently, present, because I looked on LinkedIn. And so you said you're home builder. Your uncle is a home builder, you said, I heard you say.
And my dad, yeah.
So you've been working for home creation since 1998, roughly?
So we started work. It's a family business. So I started working in the business in various different capacities, even under the age of what you're supposed to like. I was pretty young when I started working in the business. So
Well, that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of your lifestyle. So
exactly.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. And just, I think that kind of gave me the entrepreneurial bug, just seeing my dad and uncle doing it.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
So home creations, home builder.
That's right.
Freestyle creative.
Yes.
Since 2007.
That is correct. As soon as I graduated college, I started freestyle.
What did you graduate college?
Film and Video Studies.
All right.
FVS. Now it's called FMS, the department, I believe.
Okay.
And video production, filmmaking, that's what I graduated with. But I was a business major before that, actually, at OU. So I took a lot of business classes. And
okay.
I don't think I got a minor in it because they didn't have a minors program. But it was a video production company back in 2007. And then we transitioned into marketing advertising in 2014.
Yeah. I totally remember Freestyle Creative. You guys have a few years on us. I think 4. I mean, you have 4 years. So 2007, we're 2011.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I mean, and then I remember meeting you multiple times, and I was like, man, I think he really likes making movies. And I was like, I think he's in business to make movies. Like, I just felt like Vahid loves making movies, and the only reason he was doing stuff for businesses
so he can make
movies.
That sounds about right.
But it's totally changed today.
It has.
It's totally changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
In 2014, when my business partner Kelly Gann had joined the business from a very large agency.
Yeah.
And she was our first digital marketing strategist, I think.
Still there?
Oh, yeah. She's the CEO now.
Yeah. I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah.
I've seen those LinkedIn updates.
Yeah, LinkedIn updates. I love it.
I stalk them.
Yeah. I stalk everybody on LinkedIn, too. So I got to hear other people.
The paid version?
I don't have
it.
I don't have the paid version, so they can't see I'm stalking.
Yeah, right.
So she joined the company and really helped expand us into marketing, advertising, and being an entrepreneur. Like, I love learning about other businesses in different industries and see how we can help them in marketing and from video production to social media. Like, video production and social media kind of like connect, or they're very similar because you're making
also
video.
Closely related.
Very closely related.
I mean, branding, the whole
thing is very closely related. And I felt like it was a differentiator for us because at that time, I feel like there weren't a lot of marketing advertising agencies that did video in-house.
Yeah.
They would partner with vendors or contractors. It just wasn't their area of expertise.
Still the case.
Yes.
It's 2023 and it's still the case.
And a lot of people don't. And that was our differentiators. We are a video production company is our core from where we started. So then with Kelly joining the team with her expertise in marketing advertising, we expanded the agency, and that's been a great partnership ever since. And we've been growing since then steadily, even though some people are like, wow, you guys are doing great. It's like, we've been doing this for 16 years, and that's a long time to be doing it.
Yeah.
So
educated, calculated, risk.
Yes, exactly. Educated, calculated risk.
Good move, man. Good move, right? I mean,
yeah. Feel pretty good about it.
That's awesome. All right, so next one, Cortado Ventures.
Cortado Ventures.
Since 2020.
That's okay. I'll unpackage that for you a little bit. That's a VC fund. Nathaniel Harding started in 2020, and I've always been a big tech enthusiast and being very entrepreneurial. I always wanted to like invest in tech, and his mission was to have invest in tech in Oklahoma so businesses can stay and grow. And then invest in other technology companies. But I've known him for a few years, more than a few years, and he's a successful, trustworthy guy. And I was like, let's do it. Let's invest. And being early in, one of the board advisors, and we look at some of the deals every once in a while, but I don't do that as often as I'm just like networking with people. That's kind of like what I do, and meeting the investors and
so the venture capital for tech.
For tech, exactly.
Do you have any tech stuff that you've done that you can talk about?
I've started like nothing that I have done.
Nothing you can talk about.
Not, but maybe one day.
Top secret.
Top secret.
Yeah.
Episode 2 or the second interview of you, maybe. Yeah.
That was my serious face. Anything else you want to add on that? I probably interrupted you.
No, those are 3 main areas. And through freestyle, like you said, the filmmaking and stuff, we help produce some independent films here locally. Being that that is my background, we help filmmakers produce movies here as well, whether it's through helping the market, finance, or help produce or providing gear. That's like typically the 4 ways we help filmmakers.
Yeah, here. I remember one time I went to your place. I think we were just meeting. We were just having a meeting.
Yeah.
And I think someone left like a big deal of lenses behind. Like, oh, I need to get those lenses, a case of lenses. And I was like drooling, I was like, I got one lens. I got one
bunch of lenses here. Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like you know a lot about business.
Yes.
Or at least you pretend to know.
I'm a good actor.
No, you're super talented. Super respect you, man. I'm glad you're here today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
What business hacks do you have for our audience? And he has a lot of different fingers in the pot. So
every finger is in a pot.
I need one hack that will make everyone that listens to this successful. And if he doesn't make you successful, leave a comment.
I'll tell you what I have been doing, and this may not be like groundbreaking, but masterclass. I've been following like a lot of different classes there, so just continuing to learn.
And I don't know what masterclass is. I feel like
it's an app.
What year is it?
It's just an app you download on your iPhone, and they interview like different.
Is this a tech venture capitalist investment?
It could be. No, it's like a digital platform where you get to learn. It's all learning. Yeah, masterclass. Yeah.
Okay.
Master classes, and whatever the topic is, whether it's marketing, advertising, storytelling, music producing, how to be an influencer.
So kind of like a long time. Well, this shows my age. It used to be lynda.com.
Yes.
And then lynda.com now LinkedIn owns it. LinkedIn bought lynda.com and now you can take all those classes, anything that you want. I think it's like $30 a month for LinkedIn Learning.
Sure.
LinkedIn Learning. Same as Masterclass.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
Very similar.
Learn any program, learn anything about any topic.
I did a lot of Audible. Let me see what else. I'm trying to think. Life. Okay, recently I'm getting into Chat GPT. I want to say it right. Very recently, I've been using that. I'm trying to like utilize it more to like think through a process. So
helps you get along with your wife better.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, ask them what my wife said this.
What do I say in response? But like the different things that you can do.
That's how I use it.
I've had it write a script for me, but I haven't filmed the script. But like story development, character development, strength SWOT analysis as an experiment and see how it does. I'm just like learning of what it can do, and I'm gonna see if it can help me write an app. So that's like gonna be my next thing. It's written code. It writes code.
One of those guys.
Just to see what it does. Yeah. I'm just experimenting with it because I think
stop it.
Yeah, because AI with like editing video or coming up with a graphic, I'm experimenting with that because that affects our industry and many other industries. And I'm fascinated to see where it goes, and I'll bring it back to cars.
You did a little R&D.
Yeah, R&D.
Nice.
So like the Teslas, they have the AI where it drives itself, and it's shocking on how accurate it's getting. And I've been following that for 3 years because I've been driving the car, and it's just getting more and more advanced, and I'm quite impressed. And I think some people are like, oh, it'll never do that. Now I'm a believer that it'll get there, and a lot of other things will be able to be automated through AI.
We are like, you just a little upgrade to actually have your chauffeur. Like for a little more, you could have a chauffeur.
Right?
Seriously, you know,
so true. But yeah, I'm a big tech fan. I just love tech. I follow all in my free time. I'll like get on Mac Rumors or something else and see like what the next tech is.
It could suck up your time fast.
It does.
Well, if you're a slow reader like myself.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
He reads fast. He reads really fast.
As fast as my cars. I'm just kidding.
I'm an electric reader.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just have it read it back to me. I'll highlight it and have the Siri read it back to me.
All right. What's the hardest thing about running? I'm going to say freestyle. What's the hardest thing about running freestyle? I'm going to ask that because we do video stuff too, you know. So I want to ask because I need some advice from someone that's ahead of me.
Running in what's the hardest?
So thing? Hire Kelly.
Kelly.
I'm going to hire
Kelly from me. No.
I'm going to hire Kelly. No. I'm going to do it. No. I'm going to spend my life savings and hire Kelly.
No.
I'm just joking.
That's bad.
I'm just joking.
Don't do that.
So we're going to duplicate her with AI.
We can clone her.
I can rent Kelly from you.
Duplicate her, and her knowledge is like rentable.
Yeah. So what's the hardest thing about your video production marketing company?
Very good question. I'd say, gosh, I can go so many directions with this, and I'll be all over the place.
Because that's your baby.
That's my baby.
That's your baby.
A lot of it is, I think I'll start from the early days. Trying to hire a lot of it was for me to learn, like how do I manage people? How do I set proper expectations? How do I set a clear vision? And then once you get to that phase of like, okay, here's what we want to do, then hiring the right people. And how do you figure out how to hire the right people?
Can you afford the right people?
That is a very big, that was a big challenge, because what I had to do when it comes to like drive and discipline is I had to decrease how much I took home.
Yep.
And pay more for staff than I was able to take in, and that's kind of hard for some people to do because you have living expenses and you're the one like getting there first or leaving, and then you work at evenings and nights because I did lots of 60-hour, 8-hour days. Or 8-hour days, 60. You can't do 60-hour days. You can't do 8. But 60, 80-hour weeks. That's what I meant to say.
I was just nodding, like,
So how do you, that's my life hack. Work 60-hour days.
Leave a comment below if his math is off.
His math is just slightly off. But 60, 80-hour weeks of like working really hard. But it takes that investment to build that momentum, and then finally you're able to increase. So I think the biggest challenge at first was just having the cash flow to be able to hire the right people, and then keeping them to stay, because sometimes it's hard, like whatever you hire people for, that price tag, there's maybe always somebody who's willing to pay more for them, and you're just trying really hard to get there. So that was always a big struggle in the early days. I'd say it feels like a lot less of that struggle these days now that we've gotten some momentum. And
because then you got to get the sale, right? You still got to get the sales to keep the
hustling to get the sales. So there's always that, like, you're always, even to this day, I'm still having to like network, meet the right people to keep growing the agency and getting everybody's revenue up. So you always have raises, and the overhead always goes up. So you have to keep
leveling up,
keep going,
level up,
keep going, keep hustling. And then sometimes different personalities don't match.
Yeah.
And then you have to always watch to make sure it doesn't spiral into like a culture issue. And culture is always like, having a good culture. Like, what does that mean? A culture at company A would be bad culture at company B. Maybe company A wants to keep that culture, whatever it is. And for us, we try to have like a work-life balance, but it's not always perfect. So sometimes we have to work extra hours.
Like here, we don't cuss. All we do is chew tobacco.
Oh my gosh,
not really.
That's amazing. We don't cuss, We try not to like, some agents,
I totally threw you off.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I'm trying to get right back on.
Hold on 1 second.
But sometimes some agencies are very competitive, and it's a bit cutthroat. They may not talk really well about other agencies. We try to always be positive with everybody. And I've even heard of like that our positivity is not like the type of culture some people want. Like, it's too positive. And to me, that's a little like, whoa, okay. And I've heard that over the years. Like, we're really positive, because if you're negative, you're kind of like spiraling, and it creates more stress. But positive, I'm always have a positive outlook. People always say that, hey, you're just so optimistic. I'm always optimistic about everything. How long it takes me to get somewhere. So sometimes I'm late, except for this. I was here on time.
Yeah, you was early.
I was early. But my timelines are getting things achieved, but just being figuring out who you are, what your culture is, and staying true to that, and setting the expectation when you hire people, setting proper expectation from the beginning is very important. Making sure people know what they're getting themselves into, and then getting clients. That's, sometimes a challenge, and sometimes we lose bids. Sometimes we lose clients to somebody else.
Yeah.
There's always someone who's maybe willing to do it for cheaper. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes they have a leadership change, and
then your contacts are
That's
gone.
a
bummer. I've had that,
fire
right?
you, and they hire their friend. That happened.
Yeah, it happens.
So many times that happens, and it's like, how do you go around that? And cost sometimes is an issue. And then sometimes they'll hire someone that's more expensive, but they're more experienced. So it's hard to find out, where do you need to be? Do I need to be the more expensive?
We're going to do a whole show. We're going to start a new YouTube channel,
channel
all about video production.
Yes,
we're going to just be positive about it.
Exactly. But, you just do the best you can, and you learn, and you surround yourself around good people. And that's
struggle's real.
The struggle is real. It's not easy. People look back.
There's a videographer, around every corner because someone has a cell phone, right?
Exactly. I'll say doing video has always been so hard. I have so much, being in the industry, in video editing, it is so much hard work and a lot of long hours, and people don't give videographers or cinematographers, video producers. I think people think, get a cell phone out, do a video.
Because of the cell phone and the in-app thing devalues the industry.
It does. It really does.
It's so instant until you care about the audio and the color and the storyline and the lighting. And how about your actors?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So just
because your production, how expensive can you make
a script?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And how do you quantify? So it's hard to quantify. When I'm sitting there giving a bid, let's say someone's at X dollar, they're a fraction of us. It's sometimes that's a challenge to when they're going to their boss, their CFO, they're and they're just sometimes looking at numbers. At that
it's
point.
a numbers versus
the quality, and how do you quantify that? And it is, you can look at something like this will be more effective if you're in the industry now. This could be more effective, but maybe their boss doesn't know how that could be more effective. And sometimes
maybe their boss had a bad day.
Maybe their boss had a bad day.
I mean, there's so many
variables.
Yeah, it's just sales are like a fine line.
They are.
I get that.
To answer your question, I feel like I went all over the place.
I don't know, but I enjoyed that.
I know. I enjoyed that. So my brain goes around so many.
I really did enjoy that, though.
Okay, good. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
That's exactly how I would have answered it.
Yes, it's so true.
Little did you know that Vahid and I are twins. Actually.
Yeah, it's exactly.
We were split at birth.
If I shaved this facial hair, boom.
I'm Persian. Have you seen these eyebrows? All right.
Persian.
All right. Do's and don'ts. Here we go. You can skip these if you want to.
I'll try not to, but let's see.
Jimmy Owens is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, wait, that's yes
fact.
Or no. That's a
yes. That's a fact. Yes.
I'm Jimmy Owens, by the way. Do's and don'ts when building a home.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Because he's got
there's a lot of do's and don'ts there. I'm trying to go through the right one.
But since '98, you got some do's and don'ts. Don't build it yourself.
Don't build it. Yeah, definitely. Don't build it yourself. Do find a location. I think locations is very important.
Yeah, don't build a house if you don't have a location.
No. Find the location's good for you. Whether you have kids for schools.
I gotcha.
If the neighborhood has the right amenities that you want.
Think about how long you really want to be there, huh?
Exactly.
Is that what you're trying to?
Yeah. People do move around a lot, though. But yes, think about how long you want to be there. And sometimes people get really hung up. I'll get to don'ts on the interest rate. But
if you do nothing about it,
you can't do anything about it.
And you can always refinance.
Money. Yeah, and you can always refinance. And sometimes people ask, well, when's the best time to buy? Now, because it'll always go up in value. Never, yeah. Well, it's always going to be more expensive. So the earlier you get in, the quicker you get to build equity. And then if the interest rates go down, you just refinance. I refinance on my personal house I bought 3 years ago, and I do it on a 30-year loan, and I got it at a lower rate than I thought back from when I bought it. And now we have better cash flow in the household because of that. So what else do?
New builders.
Well, I did buy an old house.
Oh, you did?
Myself personally. I bought a historic home.
How'd your family feel about that?
They banished me. They kicked me out of the house. They kicked me out of the family. I'm no longer.
All right.
I'm just kidding. No, they weren't a fan that I'm buying an older house. But for me, it was being very centralized to the city. But I've lived in the family business home creation home for many years. I've been in 3 home creation homes throughout my life.
Okay.
That I've built, that I've been a part of, and that doesn't include my dad's for the past. So that's 5 right there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They build a good home?
Of course. Of course.
I love it.
Let me read my cue card. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm just kidding. Yes, of course. Buy a home creation home for sure. We build quality homes. We've been around for 42 plus years. So finding other do is finding a reputable builder that's been around. Because the last thing you want is to be with a builder that might not be in business. So warranty work and quality, that's a big issue.
Yep. Think about that.
Yeah. Think about that.
You good? I got some more for you.
Yes, more do's. I don't want to spend my whole time asking about
do's and don'ts. Getting a film made. Do's and don'ts.
Do be around other people who've done it before.
So when I say film, I'm talking about movie.
Movies.
So getting a movie made.
Yes. Be easy to work with. Partner up with other filmmakers. Sometimes people try to do a lot of it on their own, which is nothing against that, but it's just that much harder.
Okay.
And one thing I've learned is partnering with people. It helps a ton. So do.
Okay.
And don't. I would say, don't go alone. It's the same question, but
I got one coming up over here. I'm gonna write it down.
Don't spend all your money doing it, because sometimes you can. It's hard to get the ROI back, so it's a challenge. So
do call Vahid if you have questions.
Oh my gosh, do call Vahid.
There you go.
That's a great one.
Call me.
Call me. Hourly rate is.
So when making a movie, do's and don'ts. You kind of already answered it, but. Call Vahid. All right.
Call Vahid. There we go.
When getting a video made for my business, do's and don'ts. Because they're different than filmmaking. Totally.
Yeah.
I would say marketing products and services. Video
do's and don'ts. So are you looking, is there a market? Like where are you distributing it to? If you need help with creating a distribution plan, like a full campaign, maybe work with an agency that is able to produce it, then get it out there and have marketing dollars to get in front of people. If you have a team that does in-house, maybe work with a video production company or a freelancer, depending on what the need is. But the bigger the team you have, the more they're able to think through it, do a bigger campaign. But the budget does drive that a little bit of what your needs are.
Yeah. So do have a budget. Figure out what you want to spend on the actual video itself, and then on the marketing itself.
Have a budget. Don't go in there. I don't know what the budget is. Then you're like, it's like trying to buy a car without knowing the budget. Like you have to have a range, because it's hard to narrow down what the right fit is for you if you don't know what your budget is. And sometimes I get some people have to go to the leadership, the CFO. Here's the quotes I got. What is my budget? But try to do that beforehand. That'll save everybody more time. And then don't. Don't.
Yeah, don't. Don't.
Don't not do a video.
Don't make a video.
Don't not make a video. Don't not make a video.
All right.
Don't give it, don't just use a cell phone to make a video. Use some professionals to just, at least for your brand video. You can still make social media content, but you need to have something that is quality to represent that, to make your brand look good.
Yeah. Agreed. So when getting venture capital, do's and don'ts.
So when you say venture capital, it's like investing? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. So for, what was the name of
Cortado Ventures.
Yeah. So for example, do's and don'ts at Cortado
Ventures. Yeah, if you're an investor.
Adventures. Cortado Adventures.
Do invest in Cortado and other local private equity or VC funds, because you're helping the Oklahoma tech industry. So that's a big reason where people are doing that.
Okay.
What I say, and some people might disagree with me in the comments here.
Yeah.
But don't just. I'm not a fan, so I say don't invest in something along with that going through a private equity, because they look at deals, they try to see how it would be successful. They vet them out. They have a process, and they're investing in multiple different tech startups. Whereas if you go into one alone, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. And I hate to say it, but a lot of startups do fail. Unfortunately. So don't minimize your opportunity to succeed by going into one. Do it like a private equity.
Diversify.
Yep.
All right.
I'll just let you answer. You say it with you rephrase it so much better.
No, I don't know. I'm just.
He gets what I'm trying to say.
I am trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get it.
I love it.
As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Look at what you're doing today. How did you get here?
You're going to be surprised.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
What did you want to do?
I'll go back to when I was very young. I love basketball, so I always wanted to be a basketball player.
You're good at it.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Have you seen me play? Not anymore.
No, I never have. I just made it up.
I played a little bit in high school, and that was as far as I got, as far as like my basketball career.
Yeah.
But I love basketball.
Can dribble with each hand?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
I can shoot with each hand.
That's good. Not everybody can do that, right?
Yeah. And
are you supposed to be able to shoot with both hands? I'm
right-handed, but I used to be able to do both. I haven't really tried. I can't dunk. Sorry, I'm not.
He should have went pro.
I should have. Yeah. NBA 2K gamer. But from there, I really enjoyed films. I think in college, I really tried to figure out what I wanted to do and be. But I've always had the entrepreneur bug in me to like start something, just being around the family business from such a young age and seeing that my dad did it and how he's grown the company. I remember when his company was in the master bedroom corner, like an office desk.
Those are good stories. Yeah.
That's wild to think where the company is now with over 120 employees and a lot of, contractors. It's a big company, and we build 600 homes a year. I mean, that's going from that. I've seen all of it, and what was the question again? So, would you want to be? I
already threw it. Sorry, I already threw it over there. Sorry. Next question.
I really enjoyed the filmmaking side of things, and from that, it transitioned into marketing, advertising from the video side. I just love being part of other businesses and help.
So you're doing what you wanted to do as a kid today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't think very many people can say that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. No. How about this? I can't. I didn't know I'd be here today.
That's true.
Not even close. Minko, Oklahoma. Class of 27. Come on. Graduating class of 27. I'm not here with Vahid today.
I want to say I've been to Minko, Oklahoma. Is there a lot of
you drove right through it and you didn't know you went through it?
A lot of windmills there?
There are now. It really messes up the scenery.
Oh, no.
Put a comment below if you think so as well. We're going to start a petition in the comments below to get rid of those
windmills. I know Minko, Oklahoma because we went there and filmed a video project many years ago for the
Lucas Ross? Oh, okay.
I don't remember who it was with, but it was many years ago. But there was a lot of windmills, and that's what we were filming.
Oh,
Minko,
my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks horrible at night. You're like, let's look at the stars. No, we can't.
It's just,
there's a bunch of red flashing things in the sky.
Oh, my gosh. They are huge. I'll say that. They are. When you get up close, wow, they're
He's all about green energy, I tell you.
Green energy. So Tesla, just bring back to cars.
Yeah. You love that.
Solar wind energy.
Anything else? Anything else you want to add?
To the do's and don'ts, or just overall?
Overall. Oh, or if there's do's or don'ts. If you want to do or don't, or if you don't want to do or don't.
If you have an idea and you're very passionate about a business, don't keep it just in your head. Get it out there. And if you're in a financial situation if you've saved enough to get there, start a business. I'm a fan. I know it's not for everybody because
read the E-Myth. Listen to the E-Myth first.
Read the E-Myths. Yes.
I told Ryan about that today. I was like, we're going to make a video and it's going to be about E-Myth.
E-Myth. Really? Yeah. Okay. Well, here it is.
Yeah.
But surround yourself around great people, smart people, and do it. I think Oklahoma is a great environment that supports startups, whatever it is. And I'm a big fan. I'm a big supporter of entrepreneurial spirit in the mind, and just keep growing Oklahoma and making it a better place, whatever industry it is. So I'm just a big fan of that.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you to our episode sponsor, DesignTunnel. And then thank you to Vahid, man. Excellent job.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Appreciate you.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent.